2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Brooklyn Nets.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We are live, and now, thank you, David. And a couple of big-time pivots going head-to-head tonight, Doris. Looking at the NBA right now, how has that center position evolved on both ends of the floor?
Well, it seems to me that increasingly, unless you're a shot maker from the perimeter, you can't find time on an NBA floor. So certainly they've become more perimeter-oriented. The ability to at least make a mid-range jump shot helps the spacing on the floor. And then obviously on the defensive end, Kevin, the more valuable you are is based on can you switch pick and roll situations, guard a variety of positions, say 3, 4, 5, and if necessary, in an absolute pickle, can you stay with a guard if you've got to switch a pick and roll between a big and a small?
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Pachulia, DeRozan out there with Conley. Then there's Rudy Gay, and it's Randolph in at the 4.
And watching Porzingis play, you forget how tall he really is in terms of how he moves. Not only how quick he is, but also that skill set. Incredible that a player his size won the skills competition in last year's All-Star festivities.
And Gay has great length down on the block there. Fantastic at just jumping on opportunities to score when he's down low.
Now here's Middleton, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Oh, I'd say that's good basketball. You have to get a little creative against the big man, but I love his initiative.
Here's Lowry. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Boy, Kevin, I thought he might get a call there. I thought it was pretty clear contact. But we know Lowry's not looking for the whistle. This guy's just looking to put points on the board.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Here's Randolph after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Porter. They get it back. And Brooklyn has possession. It's a 3-point game. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, tough place to play on the road, and you just saw how comfortable they were shooting the basketball.
Amazing, Greg, that the hostile environment had zero effect. Instead, they embraced the challenge and absolutely shot lights out.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Outside Lowry. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, Kyle Lowry can be so creative sometimes. You think the window's too tight, but he finds a way.
And over the course of the Nets franchise history, some interesting decisions. I mean, back in the 90s, they came very close to changing the team name to the Swamp Dragons. I think I'm just going to leave that one right there.
Now here is Lowry, following the miss by Zach Randolph. Middleton against DeRozan. Middleton dishes to Lowry. This is it to Porzingis. That ball's nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Porzingis has got 5. So, Greg, how close were the Nets to being the Swamp Dragons anyway?
Well, it needed a unanimous vote of all the teams to change it, but there was one vote against it. The Nets themselves voted against the change, and they had 7 owners who rotated voting duties, and the one on deck got cold feet.
Here's Middleton after Rudy Gay's bucket. Morris kicks to Porter. Morris with a screen on Gay, and a wide open look for Porter. It's rebounded by Randolph.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
Lowry against Conley. Randolph, a screen on Lowry. Conley kicks to Randolph. Over Morris. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Randolph was an Indiana State champion coming out of high school, so you know the pressure of the NBA doesn't bother him. There's nothing more intense than that when you talk about that Indiana high school tournament.
And Randolph drops them both. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Now Middleton. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Porzingis with a screen on DeRozan. It's Porter outside. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
These are the intangibles Otto Porter brings. Reads the screen, uses that well.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Celtics lead by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And a chance to hear from DeMar DeRozan talking about his team's improvement.
We all just playing together. You know, that's the biggest.
And DeMar is definitely a guy, Greg, that knows how to infuse that chemistry and teamwork on the floor. It looks like he's a big reason why they're clicking.
Kevin, no doubt. And attitude, such a huge factor in being successful as an individual, but really also as a team. I think we've seen him really embrace that attitude as he's matured as a player.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
I think one key is they've controlled the tempo so far, and I know it's early, but it helps to have this kind of lead.
They've got Chris Middleton, Otto Porter Jr. out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Lowry, and it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Boston 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Doris, you graduated as your university's all-time assist leader. What do you think is the most important trait for becoming a great guard, a great playmaker?
Well, I think obviously you have to have a pretty good handle because generally you're going to absorb some pressure in the middle of a game. But I think the other part of that is, Kevin, you've got to be someone who enjoys watching someone else score as much as you enjoy scoring yourself.
I think this makes you such a great analyst because you had to know as a guard everybody's role and everybody's movement on a certain play.
You know, that's a great point. I've always said being a point guard is the perfect position to come at an analyst job from. You're 100% right.
Conley against Lowry. Randolph the screen. Here's Conley. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
Well, I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Gay outside. Randolph sets a screen for Gay. That shot off, so the Celtics will take it the other way.
Yeah, their last outing was a rough one. Have to be careful of falling in love with that three.
Right, exactly, Greg. When the shots from the perimeter are not falling, I think you've got to go take it inside. It's as simple as that. They never altered their game plan, and it resulted in a loss.
Middleton against DeRozan. Now, here is Morris. D right on him. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists in the game. Nets trail by 6. And Markieff Morris, a power forward who gives you a different look and a little bit of everything, Doris.
Well, what I love about Keith, he isn't going to back down on the block, and he's able to score in a number of different ways. Got a great nose for the basket, collected when finishing at the rim. This guy adds so much value.
Here's Lowry, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Morris, a screen. Lowry kicks to Middleton. Nailed from three-point land. Middleton's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Left side, DeRozan. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Randolph. Randolph. And the second chance effort by Randolph.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now, here's Lowry. He's got 6. The pass to Porzingis. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, the aggressiveness in the paint from Porzingis, putting the onus on the officials to make a call. You've got to make them decision makers.
The Celtics have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
I'll tell you, Kevin, this is the rare 7-footer who excels at the free throw line. Porzingis is not the guy you want to foul.
Conley, the pass to Gay. From 13, that's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from DeMar DeRozan.
Well, this is a guy who understands his role.
He got it! Wow. He got it!
Free.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome
Show.
back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. Taking a look at the Celtics. Shaq, what do you think?
Well, they're getting higher percentage looks, good game planning, the ball.
Never a shortage of motion on Soldiers Field Road as we welcome you back to historic Boston. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. And Brooklyn has possession. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Setting the floor for the Nets. Conley out there at DeRozan. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then there's Pachulia. And it's Randolph in at the power forward.
Well, Brad Stevens started his own preseason coaching summit in Boston. This guy is clearly dedicated to his craft. He's dedicated to learning from his peers. He is always watching games from every different angle to try to learn.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Gay dishes to Pachulia. Middleton against DeRozan. Shot clock at 5. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Gay. Gay's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And rumor has it Brad Stevens used to keep a pad of paper for every TV in the house to sketch plays that he saw in games.
Well, those were the old days. Now he can just text an assistant with the game and timestamp, and then he reviews a marathon edit of plays for things he can use. Oh, the beauty of technology.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
Really like the energy I'm seeing from this offense. 3 for 4 to open the third.
Lowry kicks to Morris. Middleton on the wing. Lowry against Conley. Lets it go from 11. Again, the miss by Lowry. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Conley against Lowry. Outside DeRozan. For the tie. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Porter against Gay. Porter kicks to Middleton. Morris a screen. Outside Lowry. Right side Porzingis. Brooklyn with the rebound. Pachulia's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Well, you wouldn't think about it with the position he plays, but, you know, Doris Pachulia is an underrated playmaker, very knowledgeable about how to space the floor, and also can drop a perfect pass to a cutter if you let him.
Well, he's the near-perfect teammate because he always understands the role that you want him to play. High IQ, he sees the floor, and he's very unselfish, Kev. He likes to make that extra pass.
Morris. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
DeRozan against Middleton. Dishes it to Lowry. To the inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, he throws it down with such ease. That rim might as well be 8 feet off the ground.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Conley, the pass to DeRozan. Randolph, a screen on Porter. Here's DeRozan. The putback, the rebound by the Celtics. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
You know, and that was a nice find by KP. Saw the open man. He was on time, on target with the pass. Perfect.
And so it's Boston, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Boston with the ball. 6-point lead. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. They've got Markieff Morris, Lowry out there with Chris Middleton, then it's Porter, and it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Boston 5. Well, for the last 2 decades, there have been a lot of big men coming from Europe who have been tagged as the next Dirk. A lot of lofty expectations to live up to. But Porzingis, Doris, Porzingis seems to be one who is answering that call.
Well, I think Porzingis certainly on his way to being as beloved as Dirk is, both here and back in Europe. And the reason you like the comparison, both are size and skill combined. And they have praised each other in the past. A little bit of a mutual admiration society. Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
Porter dishes to Middleton, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, the basketball IQ on display for Otto Porter makes the right read there.
Conley kicks to Gay. Randolph, a screen on Porter. Picked by Pachulia. Conley inside the line. And Boston with the rebound. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Porter passes to Lowry. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Conley. Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Over Gay. Here's Porzingis. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, Kevin, that's about length. It's about awareness. It's about anticipation. Porzingis able to kickstart the break.
Start it.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. He is not pleased. He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. DeRozan against Middleton. DeRozan gets the bucket. Doris, seems like every position on the floor is doing more multitasking these days. Asked to do more, play differently. So when you're thinking about guards, which do you think do the best job of generating offense, say out of the post?
Well, the preeminent player that comes to mind is Dwayne Wade. And this is a guy who at his prime athletically was as good in the transition game as anybody in the history of the game. I know you had certain NBA analysts who have called him arguably one of the best two guards to ever play it. The current iteration of this guy is probably DeMar DeRozan, right? We talk about the loss of the mid-range. Well, DeMar DeRozan is excellent in the mid-range, and now they're starting to put him in the low post and let him use his size and his length to create a little fadeaway jump shot. Really pretty to watch and effective for any number of guards.
You nailed it.
Boy, he's carried his share of the load tonight, Kev, but he might need to carry even more if they're going to turn this thing around.
Lowry dishes to Morris. They set the pick. And here's Porzingis for a three. That one's not going to go. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And DeRozan kicks to Pachulia. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Offensive rebound. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 10 points here in the second half.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Celtics.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Porzingis.
Boy, what a tremendous display of offensive firepower. It mattered not the size, the type of defender they put on him. He made easy work of it.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within single digits.
So twice, right, Kevin? DeMar DeRozan's been a member of the United States national team, the 2014 World Cup, Rio Olympics, both golds. Pretty good start for him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Beasley's checked in for Morris. C.J. Miles comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Brooks in for Kyle Lowry. It's good from long range. And the Celtics lead by 11.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, it really was. They wanted this home win badly, and they went out and took it. Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
And here is Brooks. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
Porzingis with 57 and 36. Lowry with 33 and 15. Porter having an off night. I bet he wished he dropped Porter for Deadman. Both are getting wins, so I guess it's okay. Mike Conley. What happened, dude? Kevin Love's stat line? Come on, man. Jacoby with 48. Devo with 21 boards. Celtics pounding from the paint. They had more threes. Yeah. 5 steals with 2. And beating the boards and assists. Jeez. Very strong showing.
Ora tutti sanno no, ma,